will look into a single day and night that you guys spent while traveling on the road. Throughout your travels, you guys were making your way through a mountain range, and it took you much longer than you thought you would. But luckily, later on, whoever was on the scouting party found a small town in the cranny, built by a lake.
Ooh. What's it called?
It is called Neon,
Ooh.
spelled as Nian. Uh, and you guys can clearly see that with there's a wooden fence all around it. It's not a very large town, probably about 30 to 50 buildings just off the uh, based off surveying it with your eyes. It's about around here, about around where Storybook was, not too far off from that.
Okay.
Probably a little bit before around here. But nonetheless, you guys find this town. We'll say who would have been on the scouting party. There's two that I think usually are, but I'll take whoever.
I volunteer as tribute.
Yeah, Jacob would.
Okay,
Yeah. Jacob would.
Jacob would.
Hey!
Yeah, no, it sounds like that's a
Hmm.
nice. Okay, well,
Jacob would.
Jacob,
would, would.
you you and Fiora would have easily spotted this as you guys are taking the fast route. You guys have been really small, skinny roads, just large enough to fit a wagon through, uh, around these mountain edges and cliffs and sheer drops and everything. So it's been a dangerous hike. Everyone's been taking it slow. So
hmm
the pace has just been real slow. But you guys do see this town in the past below. What do you two think you would want to do here?
You want to make sure there's a safe path to that town? Looks like a good place to stop for the night.
Well, I think that'll do it.
Oh,
Should we roll like a perception check for anything, or
I mean, if you guys want to.
I low-key want to, just in case. You never know with these kind of fucking holiday towns.
See elves in the no.
No.
Go
Adventure was
ahead.
tame affair.
I will say
very
actually, go ahead and make it a risk of 30.
Oh shit.
Yes, I'm
Just realized I was in the wrong roll 20. Hang on.
This fucking dude.
God damn it, unprofessional.
Oh, no,
L
I'm sorry.
plus ratio.
Risk of 30, huh?
What the
Jesus. I'm falling apart over here.
Oi. You would not believe your eyes.
Okay.
Okay, man. Hey,
Are
yo.
you fine?
Wow.
God
Good
damn.
roll.
Yeah, the risk even
I
rolled
even
pretty
need
mid.
to roll.
I mean, if you want to, you don't have to.
Take the
Hang on.
XP if you fail. Take the XP if you fail.
XP farm, XP farm.
13. 23. 33. 41. 41.
God damn.
What was the rest? 30?
Yeah, 30.
Nice! You did even better.
Yeah.
Hey, yo.
By 2
You're
points.
special, would you?
Wow, I'm stupid.
Okay.
I wouldn't change my name on roll 20. Ew.
Okay.
Ayo.
See. So yeah, you both looking over this town, just getting a general survey of it. You're at a very high point, so it's easy to get a look. The town itself looks very. I mean, it looks like the run of mill town. It's a little out in the middle of nowhere. It's hard to imagine that they get a lot of trade out here, uh, being disconnected by this mountain pass. So, a little bit of a strange placement. But the more interesting thing, there's, like I said, you're in the middle of a mountain range. About
Uh-huh.
15, 20 miles past the town, you guys do. It's probably not 15. About 5 to 10 miles past the town. That's what you can realistically see. It's very small, but just squinting a little bit, you can see a rather large house in the distance, all by itself out there.
Oh. Is there any like signs that people have been there? So like any smoke trails or are the like gates open or
In the
anything
town
at
or
the
in the
house?
house in the distance?
In the house in the distance.
No obvious signs in the house in the distance, but there is chimneys actively, freaking burning and letting out smoke in the town itself.
Okay. Well, they look pretty quaint. Do you think we should just go down there and see if they have a stable for all of the horses?
That wouldn't be a bad idea. I guess one of us have the can, don't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you do.
Havoc, I keep leaving cans on my desk. I'm so.
You're prepared.
Hang on, I got you.
Victor?
Yeah. Speaking.
Looks like we may have found a good stopping point for the day.
Oh. All right.
Little town called Neon. You ever heard of that one?
Hasn't
Been
rung a
through
bell,
here.
but
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I've never heard of that one, but it looks pretty cute.
It's a very remote town. There's not really a chance anyone here has heard of this town before.
I can't wait for $50 beer.
sometimes they charge large prices in places like that. Keeps business going.
I could buy a country with $50.
Hmm.
Oh, all right. If you and Fiora think it's a safe place, we'll head over there.
All right.
Yeah, we'll check for any explosive wire this time. Just kidding.
This
That
would be
hasn't
before that
happened
happened
yet.
yet.
That hasn't happened yet.
Oh wait. Oh, okay.
God comes
We're
down
in
and says,
prequel territory.
Yeah, we're in
No
prequel
spoilers.
land. Yeah, we're in prequel land.
Now, as you finish up the phone call, or can call, you guys can find a path. Like I said, it's a small road, but you guys can find a path down into the valley below. Going down, it's going to be a little bit before the others catch up with you, as the main group of people is making their way through the mountain pass. It's getting a little late. It's getting to the point where you hear some bugs growing restless, creaks and croaks around. To the east behind you, there is a darkness coming down, and to the west, there's a pinkish tint to the sky as the sun starts to kiss the earth westward.
Mwah.
But as you make your ways around the mountains, you eventually, about 15-20 minutes past that phone call, you start to see the sights of Neon yourself. It looks like it's going to be a bit of a hike down. As you guys come around, you just see Jacob and Fiora down there entering through the front gates of the town. But yeah, anybody want to talk about or do anything in the main group of people?
Y'all three?
I mean, yeah, it just seems like a regular ass place, right?
It's pretty generic. Nothing stands out other than the lake. The lake is very nice. It's almost like a mirror on the ground. But Fiora, Jacob, as you enter the town, looking behind you, Jacob and Fiora, you would see the large group of people coming around the edge of a cliff, probably about 60, 70 feet up above where you guys initially saw the town.
Uh-huh. I'll give them a quick wave if they can see it. But yeah, are there any people like walking around once we get to the town?
There are people walking around. They seem pretty... not quite as busy as... I mean, it's hard to say there's some people that seem very busy, some people that seem very relaxed right now. You see a woman and a few children stringing up a bunch of straw and putting it on a wooden post
Uh-huh.
off to the left under an awning of a building. Then you also see, a second, this is going to be the view of the lake.
You have a map for it. Ooh.
Hey yo.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Wowie.
Yeah, no.
It's got a map.
But,
Is this the
Woo!
Brokeback Mountain Valley?
huh?
Is this the Brokeback Mountain Valley?
No, it's not.
I can't quit you.
Um,
Wow.
but,
I
As-
don't know how to quit you.
God damn it. As you guys look around, you see that woman and the children stringing up the straw. You see a lot of men, way more than usual. It's the middle of summer. It's like a little chillier here, probably in the 60s, 70s, just due to the elevation, but not chilly enough to see how many. There's probably like 10 people in like around the town that you see posting up wood blocks on a chopping block and chopping up some wood. They seem to be chopping up a lot of wood.
Okay. So I think I'll approach the. Who is like the most official looking person around? Right? Is there like an old man with a white beard or something, and like he could be the mayor?
There is
Well,
not an old man with a white beard. You see,
Who do you take me for?
The boss.
you do see a few children are running around. It looks like a bunch of men are out and about moving logs, doing a lot of physical labor around the town. It seems like there's an uppity about something, but at the same time, there's quite a few just sitting back on their porches, rocking back and forth, not doing a whole lot. You hear people in hushed conversations, not talking too loudly. Mostly, the men seem to be 20 to 40 to 50 range. No one looks too official. They all look like regular citizens. The women,
Okay.
same age range, and then children all the way from, you see small babies to teenagers. There's about, like I said, 30 to 50 buildings. It's a nicely populated town, but nothing massive.
I think I'll just like walk up to someone random then, and like just try to get their attention real quick. Hi, good afternoon.
Yeah, you walk up to a man that's in the middle of chopping some wood. He like glances back, but he doesn't really slow his motion of his form to chop wood. And as you say hi, you hear the as he splits the small log in half. Pardon, ma'am. What do you need?
So
He passes another block up.
we and a bunch of us are in a traveling party, and we needed to take a stop for the night. Do you have an inn here at this town that we can all settle down for the night?
Well, if you're looking to settle indoors, I don't think you're gonna have much luck. But you did
Oh, okay.
come on an interesting night.
Why, is there some kind of like festival going on?
Nah, no festival. Here, go talk to. He kind of surveys, looks around, like cups his hand over his eyes to wipe some sweat out of the way.
Yeah.
He's looking for someone. Go talk to that lady over there. He points to a lady. She seems to be in a bright red dress, with
Oh.
a darker skin tone. Not African American, but more.
Just a tan.
More of like the Asian persuasion.
Oh wow.
The Asian person.
Why did you
The
say it
red
like
dress
that?
makes me think it's
I mean,
like
it's
the Red
not-
Reach.
He's not wrong.
I
But
wish he was.
True poet.
yeah, she seems to be a younger woman. Like I said, bright red dress, yellow accents. Just she seems to be walking around. She has a little notebook in her hands, and she seems to be walking around writing things down.
Okay. I think I thank the guy cutting wood and then walk over to approach the lady in red.
Yeah, she doesn't really take her eyes up. She, like I said, she's walking around. She's focused on things. She doesn't seem to be talking to anyone, but she is definitely like looking at everyone individually and writing down notes.
Oh,
young lady.
we don't mean to distract you from whatever you're focused on, but do you know a place where, a group of like 50 to 60 people could settle down? Like maybe just a campgrounds near the town?
Well, she kind of like looks up, looks down, looks up. Camping, you're welcome to join us tonight. We're having a yearly celebration.
Ooh, that sounds like fun. Oh, we would love to join, especially if you give us some hospitality. Of course, we'll return the favor.
Well, there's one catch about joining us. There'll be plenty of warmth, food, and fire, but once my father comes down, he has a specific requirement to join the fire, but I cannot spoil what it is. But if you feel free to approach just after she looks up at the sun, after the sun's finished setting, he'll be in town and you can see exactly what it is for yourself.
Oh, does he live in that house on the hill over there, on the cliffside?
She kind of looks up from her notebook for the first time, kind of eyes a little bit wider. Did you pass by it? How'd you see that from over here?
We were coming down the ridge to get to your front gates, and it was kind of a little bit of ways over there next to the lake.
Yes, that's where he lives.
Oh, cool. Then, we can't wait to meet him, and thank you for your assistance.
No problem, no problem. And she kind of just walks off without much
Oh,
more.
you wouldn't happen to have a place for our horses, would you?
I should have asked for a stable. Yeah, my bad.
She kind of, without looking up, points in a direction, and you guys do see a row of it's very meager means, but like horse ties and some loose hay around the area, and it looks relatively like a clean set of stables that could fit everything you
Chris.
guys have. Yes.
Was the lady in red wearing red gloves?
She was not wearing red gloves.
Oh, okay. Okay, it's just a red dress. Gotcha. Okay.
Mm-hmm. If you want to make a perception roll about her, you can.
Ooh, I might, 'cause she sounds cool. I'm gonna do that real quick. I'm on push to talk, so I'll be rolling. What's the risk for it?
Say 25.
Okay. So I'm just gonna be using eyes, but very smaller roll.
Okay.
But I think while I'm making the roll, I'm gonna look over at Jacob and say, "Oh, so the house was pretty important." We'll see who lives in it in a sec. Okay, this could be kind of risky this time. I'm 27 versus 25.
27 versus 25. Okay.
Oh, EXP time.
Okay, yeah, I mean, you haven't really seen many people from Asia in your time around the United States. They don't really immigrate to the U.S. all that much, and if they do, they usually stay around cities. So, she's a bit out of place, but other than that, you can't really tell much about that. I'll say she looks older in years. She looks like a very, like, if you had a guess, like a 50 to 60 years old.
Oh, wait a minute. I have an idea, like a shit post. Like, it's neon, Asian lady, is this like a Asian like exclave? Like, is this like a group of Asian immigrants?
Other than
coming
this
through?
woman, there's no other Asian people that you see.
Oh, interesting.
So
She's
far.
a stray from California. I see. I see.
Oh.
What do you mean? They're all slaves mining gold in this time. So
I know. No, it's.
Oh.
I wasn't disagreeing.
Okay.
Okay. About around this time when Jacob and Fiora are tying up their horses is when the rest of the party would be dribbling into town.
Yay. They're here.
Yeah, no, I mean, I bet, like, yeah, well, I mean, Victor would definitely go over to them, right? Because at the scouting party, it's like, oh, what'd you
Yeah.
So he would make his way over to them.
Hello. The stable's over here.
Wonderful. Oh yeah, and fuck, we just tie our horses up. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, sorry about the steep climb down, but
No?
this place seems pretty quaint so far.
Fiora wasn't exactly the one making the climb.
That's true.
Oh,
I look at his horse and be like, oh, sorry, little dude.
nah, he'll be alright. So y'all found a place to lodge? Or are we camping?
I think we're gonna actually have to camp, but later on in the night, the villagers here, they're gonna have some kind of quote-unquote celebration. So if anyone wants like a nice meal, we can show up after sunset then. But we don't really know too much other than that, so...
Whatever.
It seems like we always find our way to time our city time with some celebration of some sort.
Yeah,
Sure.
probably a coinkydink, that one.
As long as I don't get beat up by any children.
We got an egg out of it. Maybe we can get an egg out of this one too.
I swear to
And
God, if I
yeah.
see that fucker who was all around town again.
Jacob, do you not have fun?
I don't know. I mean, yeah, I'm still confused about the. Yeah, never mind.
Well, I'd be careful around this town, especially with that white beard of yours. Kids might think you're Santa.
It's not even
What are you
Christmas
trying
time,
to
though.
say?
That's
Aren't we in the
interesting.
middle of
Look out,
August?
I try to pull
Don't worry,
it.
don't worry about that
You
part.
guys are in the middle of August.
Yeah, I was gonna be like, wait, what?
Actually, it would be
Middle of
right
August.
before August at this point in time.
Oh,
It
okay.
is currently.
I
We're at
see
the end of the
point.
July right now.
Yeah, you guys are on the last few days. Yeah, I'll say this is the last day of July tonight.
Ooh.
But without further ado, as you guys kind of stroll into town, Jacob, funnily enough, you do see a child with looks like a really long strips of paper in a weird notebook form. It looks like
Oh.
it looks very weird. They approach the party and she goes straight to Jacob. This
Oh my god.
this girl, she looks like she's probably 10, 11 years old. And she just raises up the paper and the pen and the inkwell without saying a word.
A lot of people writing down stuff lately.
Jacob, she's just sitting there waiting for you.
Yes. Hello?
She, like, shakes it in front of you.
Alright. I'm taking it.
Okay. And then she sits there and waits.
I'm writing.
What are you writing?
I'm writing words.
What
Like
words
what?
do you write?
Words,
Words of wisdom.
words of wisdom.
Words to live by.
Tell me what words you write.
Mr. Wood's words.
Help me out here.
I like
Is there anything written? Well, can you look? Is there anything written on the paper? Or is it a blank sheet of
It's a
paper?
blank sheet of paper, but Jacob, did you say help me out here out loud?
Sure, why not?
Yeah, the kid kind of looks at you like you're an idiot, and it goes, you need to write the misgivings on there.
Oh.
Misgivings.
Yeah. She's looking at you like you're a fucking idiot right now, Jacob.
Look, listen here. I'm not from around here.
You just write something about yourself that you don't like.
Uh,
Are these gonna be like read out loud in some kind of like poetry thing, or
No.
well,
So-
seems like a
Who's this list going to?
It goes to it's different.
That's part of the celebration. It's a secret.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
if you just write it here, no one's gonna see it. You don't have to put your name on it.
Oh, I wasn't gonna sign it. Don't worry.
Are misgivings things we regret or flaws about ourselves or
Whatever you wish.
okay.
So if I write down whatever you wish on here,
No.
She is looking impatient with you, Jacob.
someone else want to take this first?
Yeah.
Uh,
I'll give it a try. What, do we DM you when we write down?
I mean,
or-
you can put it wherever you want, however you want to give it to me.
Okay. I'm gonna write something down and then like gesture it to anyone else in the group. Who's next?
Okay. Are you gonna DM it to me?
Yeah, I'm typing it right now. Sorry.
Okay, sweet. Okay.
I mean, not to be pedantic, but surely we can just read what they wrote down when we write ours down.
No, it's as soon as
Oh, does it just?
as soon as
Oh.
she writes it, the little girl rips it up, rips
Well,
it out of the
never mind.
page, and then puts it in a little pocket.
Well, then never mind.
I'll send you mine, Chris, as well, because I hers is really easy. So
Damn.
I mean, it's not that big of a deal. Almost
real.
things you dislike about yourself don't necessarily have to be heavy hitting. You know, like character shaking things.
That's true.
All I wear is blue.
I got a rock in my shoe the other day, and I haven't been able to get it out no matter how hard I try.
I swear to
You
God,
ta- you
that's
take
what you
your-
send me.
You take
No.
your shoe and you turn it upside down. You look inside of it. There's nothing in there. You put your foot in it, and then suddenly it's there.
I don't say. Is this a magic rock?
Ain't that a travesty?
No, we don't need any magic rock. I think you've done enough time with that stuff.
Okay, so I mean, at any rate, you guys can go ahead and all type out your answer to
Yeah, I'm
me.
just thinking about how I wanna phrase it.
You guys are so indecisive.
Well, sometimes you gotta a lot to think about. I don't know.
Ooh, I know what to write. Diller speaks up.
What if I just write old?
Oh my god. Can you? Can you please?
I mean,
No, I don't think Jacob would write that.
He wouldn't admit that he's old.
Oh, God. He's like 50 something.
not. Hey. In this group, that's ancient, bud.
Yeah. All right, I DM'd my misgiving.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't really know what she meant, but I took it that way.
Also, I'm changing mine. I'm just gonna shorten it.
Jesus. Oh, okay. Oh God. Oh God. Oh God. These are juicy. Everyone's sending them like one after the other, and I'm reading them. I'm just like, holy shit.
Change mine, Chris. Do I need to change mine?
One second, let me read yours.
I just.
I mean, that works. The original one worked too.
Okay.
Okay. Now we're just waiting on one person.
Hold on. Sorry, I thought I had it phrased well, and then I read it, and then I went, wait, that doesn't make any fucking sense. So I need to like. my apologies.
I'm sorry, I read it a certain way.
Okay.
Oh my! I thought I had it. I am so sorry.
You're good.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah. Diller actually kind of leans in by Cadence. He's like, he knows how to write, right?
I was just.
I don't have right Dillers. God, sometimes you gotta.
I'm sorry, my voice carries.
There we go. I think that works.
Okay, let's see.
He just likes to make sure that his words are what they want, what he wants them to be.
I think that makes sense. I don't know.
He doesn't want to mince his words.
Okay, I can work
And
with that.
plus, if it's you gotta. Seems
Yeah.
like something that you should put some effort into, right?
Mm-hmm. And as she takes that last one from Victor, she is going to put that in her pocket, and she goes. She just kind of lets out a sigh, thank you, and she walks back off to another man nearby and hands him the paper.
Oh.
Yeah, she seems to be collecting it from everyone in the town.
I wonder what all that's for. It's kind of personal and a little bit intrusive, but
I'm kind of scared because they're talking about how some other man is coming down and he's gonna see if we're permitted to enter the celebration or not. So what the hell does that mean?
Okay. Let's see. So,
I got more melons.
you guys, like, it's getting pretty close to sundown. It's gotten to that weird gloomy grayish, not quite gloomy up here, but it's gotten to that grayish sky to where it's getting dark, but not quite there yet.
Mm-hmm.
Anything you guys want to do in the next, like, 10 minutes? Talk or explore before the sun sets?
well, God
Okay.
did tell me I wore a lot of blue, so I feel like I should match the occasion. I'm gonna go look around for some red.
Okay.
So far, you've only seen one person wear red.
Oh, maybe I shouldn't do that.
No one seems to be going in with crazy colors or specific ways to dress.
Okay.
Interesting.
Well,
You do see some people here and there that seem a little bit more eccentric or different, but not too much. Nothing incredibly out of the norm. And
is there anything we want to plan just in case something goes wrong? Because we don't even know what the celebration quite is yet, to be fair.
I mean, maybe we can walk around and ask. I mean, I'm kind of curious. You know what? I'm gonna chat somebody up. Because
Okay.
I haven't been able to talk in a normal volume in a long time. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna go. Chris, whenever we walked in, you said that there were like people like weaving like something or like straw or something, right?
they were with like small bits of string tying a bunch of straw to a post.
Oh, okay.
I would like to help them. I'm gonna walk up, and I'm gonna go. What are all y'all up to? That looks pretty cool. I know a thing about tying things. I've never seen this before, though.
Yeah, you do see. You see, like I said, a woman and about like 5 to 6 children doing this. The woman kind of looks up. Well, this is usually left to the children of the town. If you want, we're kind of short on time. If you want to go collect some more misgivings from the people around, that could help out a lot.
Sure, absolutely. So do you have like paper and ink I could borrow, or is there like a stand that I need to go to, or?
Here. As she kind of reaches behind, like they're doing this on an awning, like I said before, and the thing's on a table. She reaches under the table, pulls out some like more of that weird elongated notebook paper, and another inkwell and pen for you, and she hands them over.
You know, I'm a songwriter, and so I like to write stuff down in my journal. I can't say I've seen something like this before. I think I would have to read for a lot longer before turning the page if I was writing on something like this.
Well, this isn't for art, so it's got a specific purpose, is all.
And that's for the misgivings?
Yes.
And what exactly are the misgivings for exactly?
It's different every year, but this year it's going to be a bit different.
I feel like I've been getting a lot. No, yeah, people have been telling me that all day. I'm just trying to. I'm just trying to be cheeky.
I'm the only adult that knows, but the children put it together and they put a lot of effort into this.
Aww. Well, and she kind of leans down a little bit. She's got her hands on her knees. She's like, I'm sure all of y'all did a fantastic job, and I can't wait to see what y'all have in store.
You see one really chubby faced kid kind of look up at you and go, you got a pig nose.
Damn.
she raises her hand to cover it. Well, thank you.
You see the woman kind of look at the child. Andrew, no. She's a very beautiful young lady.
Oh.
Well, thank you very much, and I'm sure he doesn't mean it, and if he does, well, it's Candace is just gonna bite her tongue.
My kind child.
Well, all of y'all have a great whatever this festival is, and I'll come back here with the misgivings, I guess. Okay. Bye. She turns around. I think she's gonna write on the paper, I have a pig nose, and rips it off and puts it in her pocket. And she'll go around and get misgivings, I guess.
Okay. As you go around to do that, you do find a good few many people that still need to write theirs down, and they happily oblige. You do seem like a general good mood. Everyone seems a little stressed, and a lot of last minute work is happening, but the kids especially seem very happy. Is there anyone else that wants to do anything?
So far, so good.
I don't know. Yeah, Victor's probably just muttering something about there's always a catch.
There's always a catch.
Yeah. That's why I wanted all of us to, talk about, do we have any backup plans for anything? Should we look for any exit plans?
You guys are encompassed by a mountain range, so exiting quickly is not going to be an easy thing to do.
Except Argos.
Yeah.
Argos go burn.
Chris is gonna find a way to break that horse's leg or something like.
What are you going to do with a lame horse, Jacob?
You leave my horse alone. Everybody else got horses.
Yeah, but...
None of us have a...
yeah, I count damage for their horses, too. Don't worry. But without further ado, what are you guys talking about? What's the plan? Are you guys just going to wait around for the sun to set, or is there anything you guys want to talk about or do?
Well, I guess we could take a look around the town.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just have a good, quick peek at everything, just so we're aware of, what's going on a bit more.
Yeah, I mean, I guess a really notable thing, there is, in fact, no inn in the town.
Oh.
There is a large area close to the lake that has a lot of tables and stuff, and but that's pretty much it there.
Mhm.
There's a general store with very basic necessities. But other than that, this is a very bare bones town. There's not much of anything going around. You didn't see any crops
Okay.
growing outside. It's a little bit of a strange town.
For sure, for sure.
Interesting. No tavern? Man. Not for.
They don't seem to be the type to be day drinking, so.
Oh, it was more about.
Everyone's got a day drinker in there somewhere.
I will say, Victor, if you are, give me a perception roll, just a perception roll, risk of 20.
You got it. 9. I think that. I guess that's it. Unless there's anything like, unless I have anything that's like that I wouldn't know to like think that I wouldn't think to add. I think it's just eyes.
Yeah.
18. Holy sh!
I mean, yeah. That's all you got.
That's all I got.
That's all you got. Okay, let's see what you get. Oh, shit.
I get shit on.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
No fucking tavern. This shit's bullshit, Victor. How the
Damn.
fuck are you supposed to have some kind of celebration without getting fucked up, right? Yeah. Anyone have any questions about anything? Like anything, like if they can find a specific thing or anything like that?
No, I think
I'm not
I'm
looking for
chilling.
anything in particular. I just kind of wanted to get a layout of the town.
Okay.
Just see what there is, if there's any like shops or anything of point of interest.
The general store is probably the only shop you see. It seems like most of the buildings are just houses and small sheds and things like that. There's a lot of like beautification going throughout the town. The roads are very simple. There's like one that leads to the gates, and then a small circular road in the center that goes around a tree. That splits off to a path to the left, a path to the right, and a path towards the lake. The path to the left is where it leads to the horses. The path to the right leads to a path around the lake that goes towards that house you guys saw in the distance.
Okay.
And then
That's on the left side of the lake, you said?
right side.
Okay. Oh, right side, right. Okay.
And then the path to the
No
north
worries
just
for
leads
that.
to that area. Like it's about like 10 tables, very large. Like if you got like about 10 people could sit around one table.
Alright.
And I will say around this time, it seems like the men are taking all that firewood and constructing. It's like a wide open area right beside a lake. And they seem to be constructing a large circle with it, a very large circle.
Oh. It's Burning Man, you know.
I mean,
Guys, take this
How
LSD now. It'll hit peak right at the start of it. Okay, go. No.
Yo.
isn't the
Alright,
the stuff they're snacking aren't you supposed to make like a? It's supposed to kind of be like a. More,
A Wicker Man? No, I was
no,
joking.
no. If it's in a giant circle, wouldn't you want to make like more of a? What the hell is the shape? Like it's kind of bigger at the bottom, and then you sort of tapers off. I don't know, like whatever you would. Bonfire.
Oh. You're like a trail of wood to light it, like.
Maybe.
When I say this is a large circle, it's probably about like a 10-foot radius.
Oh, damn.
Actually, I'd say about 15 foot.
Yeah,
Quite a
it's
large
bonfire.
bonfire.
Not the bees.
Yeah, you guys do see a bee nest in a tree right above
Oh my
here.
God.
No, just kidding.
No.
They're trying to get 100% Minecraft. But yeah, as you guys get the lay of the town, the sun does eventually set. Um, you see that woman dressed in red kind of stand in the middle of the path towards the right side of town.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and you see a bunch of people kind of make their way over after the sun sets and kind of stand around. They're not in the path like the woman is, but kind of standing around the path, arms crossed, leisurely. Looks like they're in general just waiting.
Okay.
All right. So, what are the requirements to join? Is he here yet? The
Are
guy?
Are you just
The
saying
man's?
this like generally in the crowd?
Yeah.
Yeah, you do see a man kind of go shh.
Okay,
Adarashi
my
will
bad.
tell us.
Okay. Sounds good.
Is this some kind of cult?
Mm.
No, Jacob. If we're nice, they'll let us stay here, and then we can leave in the morning, Jacob.
Not all cults are bad.
Not all cults are bad. I really like Westboro Baptist Church. That's where I go to, Victor.
There's no fucking way that's a thing.
I think it is actually. It
it might be.
100% is. Like,
Uh,
religions are old. Like,
but as
It's got
as-
something weird.
as the sun fully subsides on the west, and darkness kind of over encompasses, you do see a lot of the adults start to light up. You didn't quite notice them, but there's a bunch of torches that are lighting the pads and the area around the fire. They haven't lit the fire yet.
okay.
And it quickly went from darkness, just completely encompassing, to light all around.
Ooh.
And they're very high up lights. They're probably a little bit taller than where Jacob is, set sturdily in the ground, probably about one light every 10 feet on the path on both
Mhm.
sides. But as the lights are lit up, let's see.
Oh, was Cadence done gathering misgivings at this
Oh
point?
yeah, you were getting them out, and then someone kind of like, oh,
Oh.
we don't have much time, and hands the paper back to you, and goes to join the crowd.
What
Um,
do I do with these?
yeah, no one's around to answer. It seems like everyone's gathered in the crowd. The
Ah!
kids and everything were all like, it seems everyone left where they were.
Oh no.
Oh shit.
Everyone
no.
has taken on like a more solemn expression, not like dread or anything, but just, I want to say almost like a sense of silence and respect.
Yeah.
As you guys see, the only sounds of them that you guys are making seems to be ever so slightly a creak in the distance of a wheel. And it gets louder.
From the right side of the lake?
Yeah, from the right side of the lake. And
Ooh.
as the creaking gets louder and louder, it eventually pulls into sight, and you see a nicer looking wagon. It looks like made out of a dark wood with a light wooded roof,
Okay.
and a man driving the carriage, no different looking than most of the men in the village here. And as they pull through, you can see that the woman in red kind of steps to the side, and the carriage pulls to a stop.
Ooh.
As it pulls to a stop, very respectfully, she slowly walks up to the door of the carriage, opens it, and unfolds some stairs. And you guys see a man, a very, very old looking man, put a cane down on a step below and slowly shake a foot down to meet that step until he reaches the earth.
Ooh. Okay.
This man is old. You see that he's also wearing red. That red with the similar accents as the woman.
Mm-hmm.
If you had to guess an age, I mean, I could you could only ballpark it. He's definitely above 70, 80 years old. But how
Mm.
much older, you have no idea.
Dang.
Um,
You don't see that too often.
yeah.
No.
Y'all thought I was old.
He's almost as old as you, Jacob.
Damn.
Who?
You guys see everyone kind of not almost like, I'm not gonna say like prayer, but a lot of people are just kind of like slow, like very gently bowing their heads towards the man. There's a lot of like, other than you guys talking, there's just utter silence. And as
Okay.
he looks over the crowd, you see the old man take a big smile on his face, and he just exclaims, "You should all lift your heads and brighten your spirits.
Okay.
Join me by the fire and tell me some stories this year."
Oh.
Stories.
Hmm.
And as usual, there will be a reward. Everyone kind of looks up, listening very attentively to this man. Whoever tells me the most interesting story, I will give it to.
Oh, shit.
Oh boy.
What will you do for the most interesting story?
A reward.
Oh, a reward. Okay, gotcha.
Like a
Huh.
Mm, he seems to be a man of few words. As soon as he says that, he kind of uses his cane to wobble on over to the fire. And you guys getting peeks here and there, you do see him kind of snap his fingers a few times, and then a fire erupts in that giant pit that was built, the bonfire. And it completely illuminates the area by the lake. You could see the reflective surface of the water immediately catch the light and throw it back at you guys. And as soon as that fire is lit, all the people kind of break that stress and that solemnness they were holding as respect for the man, and kind of have an uproar of cheers and start talking to each other and relaxing and enjoying the night. You see people start to run to their house and grabbing seems to be trays of food, trays
Uh-huh.
of drinks, trays of everything, and bring them around the table area around the fire. You can also
Ooh.
see a few men set up some logs to sit around directly around the fire. And
Mhm.
then the old man simply says, "Those who wish to join, just sit around the fire and tell me a story of this year."
I think we've got some interesting stories.
Yeah. We just have to agree to each tell different events.
Well, yeah, but
Well,
I mean, okay.
Well, I mean, because if we all picked Driftwood, then.
I wasn't. That was.
Well, I couldn't possibly pick Driftwood.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
Yo,
here,
still got to tell you what that's all about.
I wish to hear of your entire year.
Whole thing, huh?
Year.
As he sits down, who all sits around the fire? Is there anyone that doesn't immediately?
I don't think I budge. I think I just keep standing there once I hear that's what's going on, and I'm like, oh, okay. I think I'll watch.
I'll sit, but I also want to ask somebody next to me what I'm supposed to do with the misgivings.
Oh, you see the woman find you and go, "Oh, hey, miss, have you collected them?"
I have many misgivings.
Here. She kind of holds out her hand.
She'll dump them into her hands.
Mm-hmm.
And she'll go, who's the old guy over there? Who's the old folk?
Oh, his name is Adarashi Toshi.
Oh,
Oh.
how do you spell that? Okay. Adarashi Toshi. Um, is he important in some way? Is he like y'all's town elder or something?
He is the reason we can live here.
How so?
Um, she kind of brings you in a little bit.
Ooh.
Well, about it was when I was a little girl. You see, this woman's quite up there in years. We had a rather unpleasant employer in the area that controlled the town and didn't treat us too kindly. He came to town and got rid of him.
That's cool.
But in doing so, she kind of gestures towards the cane in his leg, and you see he does not have organic leg. It seems like it's not like a peg leg or anything. It seems higher end than that, but it is definitely not organic. He can't get around much anymore, and he only comes outside his house once a year. We do the most to pay him back for what he did for us every year.
Oh.
Well, that's lovely. But what do the misgivings have to do with any of it?
Can't get me on that one. That's still secret.
If we sit by the campfire, do we have to tell a story, or can we sit there and listen?
You can stand nearby.
Okay, I'll stand nearby.
Well, I suppose I'll be one of the people. Oh, I'll thank the lady. Oh, what's your name, by the way? I'll ask the lady.
Camellia.
Camellia. Nice to meet you. I'm Cadence.
She kind of gives a little curtsy and rushes off with the misgivings that you gave her.
She'll do a little curtsy back, and touch her nose to see if it's pig-like, and then walk to the campfire.
Okay. Yeah. So Cadence is the only one to sit by the campfire so far.
No, I sit by the
I'll
campfire.
sit by the
Yeah,
campfire.
I think we
Jacob,
all-
Victor.
Yeah,
So
Victor will take a
Fiora is
seat.
the one that does not.
Yeah, I'm observing right now.
First things first, before anyone tells a story, before you guys can even think about it, a bunch of food is kind of placed in y'all's hand, like without even so much as a "do you want this?" All of it seems to be on sticks. Like you see, sticks of meat being handed out, sticks of looks like white gooey stuff.
Ooh. I love white gooey stuff.
Pause. Ayo. Ayo.
Anyways, a bunch of stuff is handed out on sticks, and it all seems to be food. No drinks have been handed out, though. It's only to the people sitting around the campfire. You see, not everyone in the town has sat around the campfire either. Probably about 15 to 20 people from the town actually sat down, and then the party.
Okay.
You see Adarashi, they gave him his own little log area. It's kind of separated from everyone. And you see this old man has like a very innocent smile. It seems like effort for him to smile through his old age, but he still does it incessantly, looking over the fire and looking around at the people gathering.
Oh, wholesome, man.
So, I'm going to roll a simple roll real quick.
Candace takes a big bite of whatever thing is in her hand.
Oh wait, it's gonna be.
So that's what she's doing in the meantime.
Yummy.
Oh yeah, as you take that big bite, Adarashi looks straight at you and goes, "How about you start us off?"
Oh,
Oh,
I mean, oh, you caught me at a bad time. Oh no. What is this?
Wait, what thing did you bite into?
I don't know, the big gooey sticky thing. Oh.
It tastes really sweet. It tastes very, very sugary, and it like kind of like stretches as you bite into it. Did you
It's
heat
a
it up in the
marshmallow?
fire at all?
Oh, I mean, I guess if I saw other people doing that,
Oh, yeah,
then
you saw a few of the
yes.
townspeople doing it. Yeah, you see it kind of like blackens around the edges and gets even meltier.
Marshmallow. That's pretty cool. Didn't not put that together.
Okay. Good for you.
Yeah, but Adarashi still looks at you expectantly.
Oh shit. So can it be like any story? Is it like a story
said
that
from
I've
the
written
year?
in the year, or a story recounting the year, or just a story about the year, or is it my year, or is it somebody else's year?
Look, I will make this simpler because it seems you might have some difficulties.
oh.
Is it my pig nose?
No, child.
But you are admitting. She's gonna
He simply says, just how about a story from the beginning of the year? Since last year. So when he says that, he means 1888, July, the last day of July. And then tell me some things that you've been through this year. And that's all I seek.
Oh jeez. Well, this year has been a doozy. And we're only halfway through it. So
From this point to last year, so.
oh,
1888.
I see. Okay. Well, let me think. How do I even start this off? Where were you on August 1st, 18? You know, I'm kind of a songwriter, so is it okay if I give you kind of an interpretation of my experiences, in the form of lyrics and a song, like a transformation of character in a way?
He kind of gives a small giggle. I suppose you can.
Okay. So it's not going to be completely about me, but it's just going to be kind of about the group of friends I've been traveling with, as well as me, and maybe how it's changed me, but also changed them.
Kat, don't forget that you do have to tell a story from the beginning of the year before you.
Oh yeah, Chris, I have a song waiting. So can I just send the entirety of it? I think you already know. I think you've already seen it. However, I think it's the one thing I have that's a song that's also a full story.
Ooh.
So I'm gonna send this the story of Rattlesnake Rachel.
Oh.
What?
Oh yeah. I was confused for a good bit. I mean, just read it out loud.
Okay, it's really fucking long, and I'm not gonna try to sing it because I don't think I have a tune for it, but like I'm not doing that. Okay, So it's really long. Okay, here we go. So it's Rachel. Yeah, it's called Rattlesnake Rachel. Rachel was a pretty girl who lived off Pontchartrain. Her boyfriend believed that love is seated next to pain. She lived each day dreaming that he will change for me. She never thought he'd trap her with a simple wedding ring.
Ooh.
And then the chorus is, oh, sweet Rachel, you're shaking in your boots. He said he'd treat you gently, but you know it's all a ruse. Veil your faded bruises behind that winning smile. All eyes will be on you when you're walking down the aisle. In the moments that he left her, she dreamt when she'd be free, but pain wears down patience, and time ain't a luxury. One black and blue night, a phrase rung in her heart. She'd only need be with him till death do we part. Oh, bloody Rachel, he's shaking in his boots. Press that little trigger and you'll be off the hook. Give him a bit more loving. They won't make you go back once your bastard husband walks with the well-dressed man in black. Men are just like dogs, she thinks. They bark and they bite. So who will really miss them if they disappear at night? Dogs let out a whine when they're being put down, and our sweet Rachel can't deny that she likes the sound. Word spread round about a girl who's got bodies in her wake, makes her victims rattle like the tail end of a snake. Vigilante or criminal, who's really to say, just make sure you don't cross her or you won't see the light of day. Rattlesnake Rachel makes men shiver in their boots. She sends justice laced with venom in any gun she shoots. Judge, jury, executioner, she's the holy trinity. Rachel can never be wrong if everyone's guilty. Lovers, husbands, fathers, she'd send them all to hell. But her last kill was the one that put her in a cell. Her reason, well, it's simple. He'd had laid his hands on me. Nip it in the bud, I say. Don't matter if he's 13. Rattlesnake Rachel, wrists cuffed and hair a mess. You've got more freedom behind bars than in that wedding dress. Bear your scars like trophies and flash those pretty fangs. All eyes will be on you when they lead you to be hanged.
Wow.
Wait,
Yo,
Victor,
that's
you
fucking
need to get
cool.
out of here.
I mean,
you need
that's
to,
fucking dope.
you need to
so cool.
leave.
But also, what?
So it's not about me, but it's about people I've come across, you know, and the weirdness that's happened.
Yeah, Dylan
So-
kind of side eyes Victor like, be careful.
Jacob's scooting away a little bit.
I was just inspired by everything that was happening because, you know, can't imagine how things are going to be in the year 2022 but you know, in the year 1888 to 1889, it's a little bit crazy. I don't know if you've caught all the weirdness going on with violence, so I just kind of accumulated that into one little
That was a great song. Kaden.
doodad. Thank you.
Yeah, no, that was fucking awesome.
Cool.
I think after that, I'm gonna sit down by the fire. It's like, oh, you know, this could be actually really fun.
Okay, yeah, Adarashi kind of, you see that he had a good laugh from the song and kind of exclaims, ooh, I don't usually have a song as a story. It's nice.
Nice.
I'm glad you enjoyed it. It's kind of my area of expertise, so it feels good when, you know, people like it.
Fiora, as you sit down, like, as soon as you sit down, he kind of, like, shakes it, or shifts his head over to you and goes, ooh, if you feel bold enough to join us, why don't we make you go next?
Okay. Here, out of character, I gotta turn off push to talk for this because it'll be easier. Okay. Well, a year ago from today, I was in the plains of Nebraska, and from town to town, I was searched by police or bounty hunters or anyone looking to make a quick buck. But I was stopping by in Omaha, and there I kind of lived for a couple weeks, and it's so cool being able to see how the people live the land in different states. And by this point, I think I've been to like 6 or 7, and I didn't know where I was going. I was just walking west, passing by, looking at everyone's lives, and I really didn't know where I was going in life until I saw this little family, maybe of like two little boys and one mom, and they just needed some help getting firewood. And I think it was from there that I decided that, you know, this activism life could be something more. And from there, I became kind of like a wandering cowboy, helping out where I can. That was a lot of my year, through blizzards, droughts, thunderstorms. Didn't really matter. I kept going.
You traveled a lot this year.
Yeah, even before meeting this nice group of friends. But I think once I met them, things really turned up a notch, especially in San Antonio. But yeah, I think this year was a lot of hardship, but also a lot of reflection and remembering what we hold dear to ourselves. Especially this traveling party, you know, they're from all across the country, and I never thought I would end up here, this little town. I thought I was going to die in the fields of Montana, then at the fords of Vancouver, then even in the mountains of Alaska, but I'm still here. And, you know, I hope I can tell a story like this next year.
It's always pursuing the next year that we must seek.
Yeah. One day at a time. I do that 365 times. For about 50 years. Maybe longer.
Any wisdom from the road you could share with us? Not many of us get to travel much.
I think the best word of advice I could say is don't be afraid to find something new. There are so many, I don't know, egotistical, narcissistic, I wouldn't say just men, but I met a lot of men like that, some women too, that were stuck in their old ways, never been one to find change, but I think change is something really beautiful, hearing people and their lives from outside where you grew up in. So yeah, I think being open to new things and new ideas is the best way to travel. Because then you make a lot of friends too who will help you along the way. At the same time though, as finding something new, don't get too close if you're traveling a lot. And when I say that, I kind of like look at the fire and away from the group.
Oh.
Okay. And, he kind of gives a deep thoughtful nod. I will take that wisdom with me. Let's see.
Yeah.
Speaking of wisdom, it looks like you might have some, old fella. He looks at Jacob.
Who, me? Well, I would call it wisdom. I've actually got quite a tale to tell you. So, you know, there we were. Got transported to this town called gosh, hang on a second, let me think. It's called like Dust Bowl or something. Anyway, there was this there's this thing, this creature called a screecher. I think it's called something like that. And you know, it was terrible. We were fighting off lots of like little versions of it, and look, I'm not very good with stories.
It's not something that you have to try.
Okay,
Just
you know
talk
what?
about your life.
Let me try something. Let me try something else. So there I was
Oh.
in the middle of Texas. It's hot, and I was looking for this group of people, and yeah, I got a message. Well, I work in DC. Or sometimes I get some work from DC. Sometimes I would do a little bounty hunting. But I got this message that there was some strange activity going on in Texas, so I decided to head on down there. And my latest lead took me out to the middle of nowhere. There I was riding on my horse Sargos, good horse. But
You hear in the distance.
yeah, gosh dang, my throat's all stuffed up. Sorry about that. Anyway, they just kind of appear out of nowhere. A couple of them already told a story, and Jake's gonna nod to Cadence and Fiora.
Not back. Yeah.
They just kind of appeared out of thin air. I'm still kind of waiting to see how that folds out, but
Maybe it's all a dream and we're not real.
yeah. So I ended up.
Hayden shifts uncomfortably.
We talked with them. I talked with them a little bit, and it seemed like they had some mission that they were on. I was like, well, I'm going to get to the bottom of this. So I decided to follow them to this bar, and then we were just having a drink, and all of a sudden we were attacked, right? And like we fought them off, and a couple of us almost died. And then there's this interesting fella that helped us out. His name was Phineas.
Oh.
Took us out of there, saved our lives. Yeah, we ended up going to some theater at some point where our target was basically rumored to be at. A couple of us decided to watch the show for interesting. I don't know. It's I don't know. Everything just kind of seemed to go wrong. We were attacked down in the back rooms of it.
I got kicked down the flight of stairs.
A little bit of it almost felt like an old western shootout, except there was this one fella. His name is Hale. He was shooting ice everywhere. I thought that was interesting.
You see Hale like downing a cup of beer or some kind of drink. It looks like. and he kind of like with a cup like kind of upturning and says, he kind of pointing at himself when he said his name.
Yeah, that one. Yeah, I mean, I guess it's been a little while, but it got pretty crazy down in Texas. There was this whole event that our target was trying to start. Oh, and I forgot to say that our target was one of the traveling people with the group that appeared out of thin air. That was quite interesting. Just kind of came as a surprise to everybody, I suppose. But they started this thing called like the Embrace. It's not very good. Not a very good thing. All the realms are going to come together. And, when that happens, a lot of people are going to get hurt. And yeah, we're trying to stop it. We fought off one of the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse.
That hasn't happened yet.
Oh. We're going to have to fight off one of the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse at some point.
God says.
Yeah. And we've already, we met Death. That was interesting. He really big on the mail returns. Everything's got to come back to him, so to speak. yeah, we also went to this one little realm of called like the Fae or something like that. It's a whole different species of people. Yeah, that's a we revived a god or something like that, fixed them, fought off like these fairy people. And there was this like old dude named Placid. He spoke like this or something.
Our name is Placid.
But yeah, that's about my story. And we ended up traveling. We're about to go to Montana.
I think you told it well.
Yeah, it's been a journey.
It
was like the,
seems-
Shortcuts version.
It seems you guys have faced a lot together.
You could say that.
Yeah.
Hopefully, you all can keep facing more together.
Yeah.
Keyword being together.
Yeah.
Oh, that is the plan.
I will say at this point, Alexis and Diller are both also at the fire. I can add them in if you guys want to hear a story from them, or we can skip over them.
Story.
Story.
Story time.
There, there.
Okay.
Happy to hear from those
1
folks.
is Victor, 2 is Florence, 3 is Alexis, 4 is Diller.
Ain't that funny?
Yeah, he kind of, after Jacob concludes his story, he looks over at Victor. And you? What kind of year have you
What
had?
kind of year have I had? Well, here. I'll share a tale I've heard around some less reputable portions of towns. We'll go with that.
I will say the rules are it does have to be a tale about yourself.
Oh, he's telling a story about himself.
Okay. I was making sure.
Don't worry. This is the story of the outlaw and the ranger. They say about a decade ago, there was a young outlaw who didn't really know where his life was going to go. Didn't really know what was in store for him. He was lost and grieving. People don't really turn to crime unless it's their only option. So I've heard. And well, this poor outlaw was really, he was starving and he didn't really have a place to stay. He was more of a kid at the time, really. And then he met an interesting figure in the local watering hole of his town. get a job? Simple one. Really? I mean, morally speaking, it was quite difficult, but really all he had to do was point and shoot. She just tell the outlaw what he had to point at. Rumor has it he shot an innocent woman and her child, an infant. There. Now, there's plenty of reasons for men of the law go after thieves, but it seemed this particular outlaw had ended up in a nasty situation. Now, murder is a crime in and of itself. Our protagonist had managed to take away a ranger's wife and child. Something you can't give back. And something that is rather unforgivable. Um, so, from there, that ranger spent 10 long years trying to bring the outlaw to justice. They had quite the game of cat and mouse, several goose chases across southern states, all through Phoenix, Arizona, and I mean, various parts of Texas. It never ended for either of them. They even caught the outlaw a few times. He could never seal the deal. The ranger wouldn't stoop so low and reciprocate the outlaw had done to him. Sort of as he's going, Victor is like basically giving little vignettes. He's not. There's forms. There's not like details. It's not. I mean, people who know what's up will get what's going on, but he doesn't want to just, you know. It's kind of like he'll do. You know, there's like one of them's got like handcuffs on at a table. There's jail bars, but it's all kind of vague. Yeah. Sometimes the outlaw would get away on his own. Sometimes he had some help from the very same person that started it all for him. He got away and he ran off to add more things to his list. More reasons for that ranger to try and try and try. And they played this game for quite a long time. Both of them were rather persistent individuals who were very good at what they do. And eventually, like all things, the ranger caught up to the outlaw again. And for the first time, the outlaw didn't run. Didn't slip away. He didn't even put up a fight. Ranger didn't know what to do. It was all different. It's not how it had gone before. Even if he was confused, he still had a goal on his mind. Justice. He had his quarry in fucking cuffs, and he almost did get away with, well, not get away with it. It's funny. But I guess the ranger realized something had changed. Something was different. The outlaw had partners before, but it seemed this time he actually had a real set of friends on his hands. People that he cared about. People that cared about him. And I don't think forgiveness is the right word. So I don't know if that's possible for the ranger. But I think
I'd say you've been given a good head start, though.
mm,
That was beautiful, Victor.
I think you just
Fun.
wanted to see where it all went.
Adarashi nods deeply. Forgiveness is something we can chase for a lifetime. Something you should savor sometimes.
I like that ending a lot more than mine.
Let's see. Yeah, Alexis is kind of sitting down. She was listening intently to Victor's story, and she kind of seemingly caught off guard with the sudden head turn Ararashi gave straight towards her, and she kind of like startles a little bit. Oh dear, oh dear. Uh, a story about me in the last year. Hmm. Well, I let's see. There's that. God, this is a lot harder than it seems. You guys made this look a lot easier. Uh, well, how about this? Um, last year I was still with my family, and we're gonna see a shot of the camera, kind of slowly side profiling Alexis, and as it zooms, or not zooms, but as it moves past her head, it goes into blackness, and in that blackness, an image starts to form.
Mm.
Uh, an image of Alexis. She doesn't look too much different than she does now. Same armor, wielding the same weapon. Her hair is a bit shorter. Not too much shorter, though. And you can see she's walking through what looks to be a rather large hallway. Um, you can see, or the camera can't quite pick up the audio here, but visually it sees everything. You can see as she walks, you see people that look very similar to her walk by her in the hallway every now and then. And every now and then you hear Alexis's voice cut in. I was different than my siblings, and because of that, they didn't take kindly to me, and they didn't let me play with them as much growing up, but that was fine. I didn't really have the time to growing up either. And as soon as she says she didn't have the time to, the image goes to a scene of her with a wooden sword, uh,
Oh.
and you see the wooden sword land a clean shot against her face and throw her to the ground.
Mm.
Uh, it was always about training and becoming better, to serve better, um, protect better. Um, then we see a scene of her uh, around a round table with other people sitting there and an empty chair at the head. And you can see everyone around the round table has a blacked out face, except Alexis, and she seems to be her hands matted to her forehead, looking down at the table. I didn't quite enjoy being destined to protect for my life. I wanted to be my own person. Um, I took the first chance I could. Apparently, something was going on in America, so I jumped on the mission. And we see a scene of her sailing across the sea on a boat. Um, we see cuts of scenes of her landing, her fighting a monster with that's about like 8 feet tall, big and burly. It has no neck; its shoulders just meet to its head. Uh, we see a shot of her in one foul swoop slaying the beast. We see her talking to people throughout the country, from town to town, city to city. And with every cut we see a smile grow more and more on Alexis's face. It was the first time I was on my own, first time I didn't have anyone to tell me what to do. And it was nice. I wasn't destined here. I wasn't made to protect. I wasn't anything but myself my first stroke of independence, and I savored every last second of it. Still am. And we see a shot of her riding through an area in Texas. In the distance, we see a party of people seemingly in a firefight, and we see a shot of her swooping in and slicing a bunch of leeches off of a blonde girl. And then her voice comes back in. Not to say that this hasn't had a fair share of punishment and dismay on my side. We see a shot of her fighting that same beast as earlier. And we can see its claws dig into her right side. And a scar formed there. We also see a scene where she was fighting a different monster somewhere in a city, and she never actually slayed this one. It got away, but it nicked her left side of her neck around her shoulder area, leaving a scar. And then finally we see a shot of her entering those woods back in the Phoenix area, and then darkness. Then we see a shot of her waking up. And then back on the road, and various shots of her getting closer and talking to the party. It's been a long journey this year. I'm, for one, excited for another year of this.
Yeah. Hope it goes smoothly.
Okay. Adarashi kind of gives a deep bow, and he turns towards Diller. Diller kind of, you see that he was kind of like doing some weird shit. He got like a sausage on his stick and melted some of the white marshmallow over the sausage, is eating it like that. Weird shit. And as Adarashi looks at Diller, Diller looks up and goes, "Oh, me? A tail? Okay, if I must." Let's see. Should I tell the one of... Oh dear, oh me. I've got so many options. Here, he's actually gonna look at the party. Should I go sad, soppy, happy, and uplifting? What kind of mood are you guys in?
We haven't had a funny story yet. You got a
funny
comedic one.
Okay, I do have quite a funny story. So, about this time last year, we acquired a new tradesman within our band. And at first, he seemed a bit of an eccentric sort, but he provided great, useful items. His name is Edward McDoon. Now, McDoon, at first, really wasn't all that bad. There was a specific day that I remember we were in for more than we bargained that really is scarred into my mind. You see, McDoon is kind of like in the back. He's not participating. And he kind of just like, he has a proud look on his face, shaking his head, yes. You see, apparently he had acquired an item that gave him the strength of a horse. And for some reason, my voice is coming more and more British. But he acquired this item, and his first thought was, maybe... He was letting his horse ride his back, and it was very strange, purely for the reason that the horse was allowing it, and it wasn't just like a few seconds. He carried it from all the way to San Antonio. Another interesting story about McDoon, quite hilarity, is he accidentally participated in a human trafficking incident. Now,
Oh,
apparent. I know, it sounds very badly, but apparently he purchased a deed to somebody's flesh from a demon, and he didn't know exactly what that meant. He thought he was going to a whorehouse and gave it to the receptionist there, uh, and it turned out to be a right to slavery. Rightfully, McDoon ripped the deed up there, but he did kind of, in doing so, ripping that deed, forfeit that person's soul by accident. A very bad situation, but, you know, um, yeah, I'm
well,
not,
at least McDoon disapproves of slavery. That's good.
well, yes.
Good to hear.
Uh, I have learned in this year never to make a deal with McDoon.
That sounds like a good piece of advice.
But funny story wise, that's about it. Um, Adarashi kind of looks up, uh, giving a small giggle, not too much, um, and finally looks at Florence.
Guess we've come full circle, huh?
I
Well.
get it.
Chris, you said the story has to be about us, right?
Yes, it has to be about you.
Does it
And,
have to be our story, though?
like, is it as long as it's about you and this last year? Then yes. Or like
Okay.
Victor did, he told a story that encompassed a lot, but led to something big that
It
happened. This year.
ended last year. It involved it.
Yeah.
It involved the last
Okay.
year, I swear.
You can be as creative as you want to be. It just has to involve the year and you.
Florence kind of rubs her hands together, and then kind of blows on them a little bit, puts them up against the fire, warm them up. This story isn't mine, but is one that is held dear to me. You see, it starts with a very lovely lady, indeed. You see, this lady had been in a faraway place for a very long time. And, well, she had a lover. And in this faraway place, although she couldn't speak or touch them, she could still see them. She'd wake up. She'd wait till her lover opened her eyes to the sunrise in the morning, and she'd watch. And she'd listen. Now you see this lover. This lover was stricken with grief. And in doing so, did a lot of very bad things. The lover hurt people, hurt themselves. I guess anything that you could deem irredeemable. Well, at least this lover had tried. And the year went on. And the woman was sad. The woman had wished my lover could get better. And this lover, you see, they were gifted a camera. And through the camera, this beautiful woman could view the world through her lover's eyes. Or at least that's what the lover thought. The lover traveled. Traveled many places, saw many things, and saw many people. And one day, in a very warm, sandy, dreadful pit, the lover came across some very interesting people. There was a lone ranger, never out equipped without his horse. There was a rather good magician. He could be quite charming. There was a very nice nurse. Her songs were almost as sweet as the medicine that she'd give you. There was an outlaw who was held down by the weight of her chains. No one really knows where she got them, though. Quite the joker, for sure. As icy as his exterior might say, and he's quite a sweet person. So many colorful folk.
Oh, shucks.
And the woman, for the first time in a long time, might have felt a little bit of hope for her lover. And these folk, they banded together and they had a quest. A quest to see a god. And I had already told you the lover had done everything irredeemable, but what's more irredeemable than killing a god, right? So the lover bided their time, waited for the moment. And the opportunity presented itself. And, well, thankfully, the lover missed their shot. The woman was so joyous that for a moment, brief moment, she spoke to her lover again. And her lover could actually hear. She pleaded. She said, "Oh, my love, I wish that you could be happy." The lover thought. As the lover thought, the woman went far, far away again, only looking through the lens of a camera. The lover truly wondered what happiness was to them. And at that point, if they even deserved it. But you see, the nurse and the magician, charming as they are together, oh boy, do they have a way with words. Hank the nurse gave the lover quite a good dose of kindness and the magician's sympathy. And those two are very hard pills to swallow. As the lover took their medicine, They said one thing. I want to be better. I want to be someone I can be proud of, someone that I can return to. And my beautiful lover far away wouldn't run away. And some things happened, and some roads were traveled, and ultimately, I think that lover found maybe the hardest medicine to come across. Friendship. Solidarity. Knowing that someone might have their back after all these years of walking a path alone. And the lover, after some rather hard events, the lover made another friend, the Lone Ranger. And the Lone Ranger did something that even the lover herself didn't really think to do. Lone Ranger tried freeing her. Tried taking that irredeemable act and smashing it on the ground. Slowly, day by day, night by night, step by step, the woman in her faraway place began to smile as she saw that her lover was becoming someone that they were proud being. And the lover has a long way to go. And the lover may make mistakes along the way, but at least the lover is happy, and maybe the woman in the faraway place is happy too. The story doesn't quite have an ending yet, but maybe I'll return back when it does. Just hoping the ending is really good, though.
I mean, stories in real life never quite end, but looking for closure to one aspect of it is always a goal to have.
Could you say that again, Chris? Sorry, I couldn't really hear you.
Let me make sure my gain is up. Okay, there we go. Stories in life rarely end, but looking for closure in one aspect of it is a goal we should all have.
Couldn't agree with you more there.
Well, with that, that's every story.
I don't get a redo. Me, but
What do you want, Catherine?
these are all really nice stories, and I
You
just
sang a
can't-
really imaginative song, though. That song was fucking baller. It was banging.
Yeah, I had a little concert. Okay, I'm content with it.
Honestly, if I knew we could
This
talk,
isn't the
like, for-
recap. This wasn't the recap episode tidbit that I didn't deliver on that. So-
I think with each person we got-
wasn't, amazing. So
The meta is to be last in these kind of things.
It's okay. Anyways.
Let's see. Well, the winner isn't decided just yet. We got one more thing to do before I tell
Uh-oh. This is the misgivings.
the misgivings. Give me 1 second. Yeah, we will hold the misgivings in just about 5 more minutes. So talk amongst yourselves and wait. Yeah, you guys take your time, talk amongst yourselves. As I get some things ready.
I'm
Okay.
gonna
Oh,
go to the
Jesus.
bathroom real quick.
Okay.
Wow. Who knew we were all such great storytellers?
Yeah, I guess you could say that.
I think I might have misunderstood the assignment, but I think I still had something fun out of it.
Yeah, I don't know what that was.
Oh, it was a song. It was a song.
Well,
I sing a lot of those. You should know what a song is by now, Jacob.
I know what a song is.
I just felt a little inspired by all of the, stuff that's been going on. All the violence. It's not saying that I want it, but just writing it down, I guess. It's just a little bit cathartic, I guess.
Mm. Okay.
Okay.
It's better than drinking. I don't know.
Oh, Jacob's pretty good at that one.
I feel a little called out.
What, no one's ever called you out on drinking before?
Eee.
Eee.
My boy.
Who? You have a boy?
Oh, that was Catherine. Catherine was talking. Don't you know when I'm speaking in a southern accent and when I'm not?
It's all the same white noise to me.
That's racist.
Is it?
It's all
I'm
the
airdropping.
Same, it's all the same yellow noise to me.
No.
What
Hey.
color noise is not racist?
Blue?
Blue noise?
It's
Blue
all
noise.
blue noise.
Hey, Zane, who's this guy who has the barn house? The giant wooden barn house thing? Do you know who that is on the server? I'm bringing 4 weeping
Riley,
angels in that
I
direction.
think. What?
Because I'm a bat, right? They can't fucking grab me. And I didn't realize until I was coming back home that these 4 were following me. It's kind of funny. I'm just gonna lead them over here and not say anything.
Yeah,
Oh wait, you know what? I'm gonna put them in the nether. I see this nether portal here. Yes.
God.
God, why are they so fast though? Holy shit. There's like 4 of them. One of them has like a Santa hat. Oh.
Okay. So, we're just... I know Aster went to go use the bathroom. Jared, Zane, and Kat are here. Saturn, are you here?
I was muted.
Okay. Just being very quiet, I was like, holy shit.
Oh, wow.
Hello,
thank
I'm
you.
back.
Jesus, I appreciate
Okay.
that.
Well, yeah, not too long after the stories are wrapped up, that giant, I say giant, it's probably about 7 feet tall, that big wooden stake with all the straw taped around it is being rushed over to the fire. And there is something new on it. Pinned all over it are those little slips of paper. There's probably about around 80 of those slips of paper.
Oh wow.
And you can see that they're getting it staked up and ready to put in the center of the fire.
Ooh.
if you guys, you see everyone kind of stand up and look towards the fire. Uh, well, at least all the locals do. Boom, boom, boom. And as they put everything on the fire, each of you look through it, and it's pretty easy to catch your own handwriting. You guys each see what you wrote there.
Huh.
I'm going to say them out loud, so this is player knowledge, not character knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
Victor, you say you saw that you wrote, "I can't fool myself."
Oh.
Jacob, you wrote "unforgiving." Florence, you wrote, "I hate the person I was."
Ooh.
Fiora, you wrote, "My misgivings is my hypocritical existence. I try to be a good person but prove everyone wrong every time. They drive me, push me to do bad things, push me to the brink. I miss giving my mom a hug."
Oh.
I didn't realize y'all's were so short. Whoops.
Cadence,
I
you
mean-
wrote, "I'm too scared in the face of danger and
Oh.
aggression."
No.
As you guys read these one last time, they set it up on the fire, and it only takes a few seconds for them all to burst up. And when they burst, they don't burst in a red flame. Each slip of paper is set to burn a different color. Green, yellow, red, blue. It's a miasma of colors dancing in the center of this giant bonfire. Victor, as this, or sorry, not Victor, but everyone, as this burns, Adarashi speaks up, saying, "As these things burn, leave them in the past. Maybe in this new year, we look at them differently. We can
Aw.
change them, or change the way we look at them." And as those words go by, and you see "I can't fool myself" burn away, maybe
Ooh.
you can look at this a different way. Maybe this new year you can believe. Not fool, but actually believe. Jacob, as you see yours burn up in a rage of red, you feel vengeance touch your heart, and it's deep-seated. It's not easy to erase, but just maybe there's a way to find a way. There must be a way to forgive.
Oh.
Florence, as you see yours burn up in a sorrowful blue, you already know the difference between who you were and who you are. You can't erase what you've done, but you can change what you are doing. You can look to this
Oh.
new year to find a way to be someone that you want to be. Fiora, yours has a lot of writing on it. You have to kind of squint to read it.
Yeah.
But it burns yellow. It doesn't burn hot. It doesn't burn cold. It just burns slowly.
Mm.
And as it burns, you know misgivings and what drives you
Mm-hmm.
is something that you can change.
Ball.
What pushes you to do bad things doesn't always have to be that way. You may never give your mom a hug again, but finding a way to push closer to others rather than away might be a change of existence.
Hell yeah.
Cadence, as you see yours burn in a bright azure, you face the aggression of this flame and this fire ahead of you. You know fear has always been in your heart, and it's hard to act in fear in the moment. And it's easy to say that you will change, but it's hard to show that through action. But if you can face this fire right now as it rages, you should be able to face dangers even greater, right?
Ugh.
You can see people talking amongst themselves as everything burns, and you can see there's quite a big commotion in the crowd. Would you guys like to talk amongst yourselves?
Wow. This was just like that magical forest, huh? I guess we didn't have to be scared.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with Aaron on the side of caution.
But that was really sweet.
It was.
I don't think I was really prepared for that, but it was nice. Maybe we can stay here like a night longer.
Maybe.
Okay.
Alexis, I quite resonated with your story about protection,
Hmm.
and
Yes.
well, I don't want to say I liked it, just out of fear of liking your pain, but
Oh,
it was good to know someone went through something similar.
well. I've never lost anyone, I guess, but other than my father, I never really knew him, so.
Hopefully with time, you'll come to learn.
Oh.
I know I'm still learning things about the person I lost, so
Well, it's a new year.
to a new year.
Yeah, you see, Diller has had quite a few drinks. He does the drunken like party bro kind of thing and puts his like arms around Victor's and Jacob's shoulders to like prop
Oh my
himself up. Guys, this party is off the chain.
Mm-hmm.
Off the what now?
We can put it on the chain. I give a wink to Diller.
Whoa, is Diller Pops? What the hell?
He has an ugly drunk laugh.
Aw. Diller, I love it when you're happy.
I'm happy all the time.
Well, that's good then. That's very good.
I liked your story. It's kind of scary, but I liked it. We kind of went for a similar vibe. I feel like similar
Yeah.
approach.
I mean, I'm here for the fun, not the winning.
I would say we're both entertainers. We
Yeah.
understand each other.
Oh yeah, you see, he like takes his arms off, steadies himself, and does a little a little entertainer like shuffle.
Oh, I'll play music to go with it.
Anybody else have anything to say?
Cadence, your song was quite lovely.
Oh, thank you.
I hope it's not a personal story, however.
No. It was like I was telling Jacob. It was a little bit cathartic, but I would never.
I
do
was
any of
low
that.
key
Are you
hoping it was
kidding me?
real.
No.
It adds an
Why?
edge to you. I love this.
I don't need to have an edge. I can just exist as I am.
No, but you're so soft. But imagine you like a dagger is pretty cool.
I mean, yes, it seems like Rattlesnake Rachel's a quite fearsome character, or fearless.
Oh, you know what? I guess she is. and Cadence kind of smiles and rubs the back of her neck and looks away.
Now, Adarashi kind of speaks up. I guess everyone is looking for a winner.
I would do a drum roll, but I only got a guitar.
Well,
I got a
this
drum roll.
year this year, I don't want to be the decider.
Oh,
So I'll leave it to a vote.
Oh,
gosh.
shit.
well, if we all
Um,
vote for ourselves, then we all win.
What about the village folk?
I will provide my own vote also.
Oh, never mind. God damn it, Chris.
I vote Victor.
I mean, yeah, I guess we could say it out loud if we want to.
Oh, yeah,
I
I
thought
thought we
to
were
be a secret.
unanimously
I want to be a
voting.
secret. I
Oh,
want to be a
shit.
secret.
Okay, everyone
Oh.
DM me your vote. I already know your vote, Jared.
Yeah, I don't need to say it again. I love you, Vic.
Okay.
Who did I think had the most?
Does it have to be PCs?
Yes.
Okay.
I get. Well, I mean, if you want to vote in NPC, you can.
No, it's okay. I'll stick to PCs.
Someone is definitely in the lead right now.
Hmm.
And it's Diller. Okay.
Oh my god! Okay.
It's like fanning at his face.
Oh shit, we do have a tie.
I'd like to thank the Academy.
Oh wait, never mind. We do not have a tie.
All right, who won?
Oh shit, we
Who's
don't
next?
have a tie.
You decide.
Florence.
Ooh,
Oh.
Wow.
Wait, I won?
congrats.
Wow. Thanks, guys.
You see, Adarashi very slowly but surely makes his way over to you, and he, with his good hand, he reaches out and is trying to hand you what looks to be a small gem.
Oh,
A
is it
small
an
what?
emerald?
A small gem.
Or no, a jade? Is it a jade?
Gem.
It is
Oh.
a gem that none of you have seen the likes of
Oh.
before.
Well, is it green?
It is yellow.
Ooh.
Oh, wow. This is beautiful, Arashi.
It's not for looks mainly. It's something rare that my family procures. If you crush this, you can spend a few hours reliving any memory you choose.
Oh shit.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. That's awesome.
Impressive.
Oh, wow. Thank you so much. I don't know what to say.
It's
One sec.
you're the winners. You just simply won. No need to thank me. In fact, I thank all of you. I usually am treated to stories of the villagers, which is more than enough to be gracious for, but this year I seem to have gotten tales from all over the world.
Yeah. I hope you enjoyed them.
I did. Yeah, and he kind of resigns back to his seat, and you can see he spends the rest of the night enjoying himself, talking to all the villagers, his daughter,
Oh.
everyone around.
Oh, is the one in red his daughter?
Yes.
Oh, okay. That's so cute.
So I have one simple question before a bunch of things. Florence, are you going to keep that gem for a little bit, or are you going to crush it tonight? It's whenever you choose to crush it.
I guess I have a question first.
Okay.
What are the mechanics of it? Can only one person, use it? If I hold hands with someone, can we,
Only one
do
person.
it together? Okay. Okay, I think I'll hold on to it, if that's okay.
Save it for a rainy day.
Am I only allowed to have it for, a limited amount of time?
Nope, it is until you use it. I mean, in theory, you can sell it if you wish to.
Damn.
It is.
Nick Dune.
You just like
Yeah, you see
throw it
McDoon frothing around the corner, like
And it has to be one of my memories, right?
it has to be one of your memories. And
Okay.
I will specify that it is an exact replication. It will be a full-on reliving as if it were the first time of your memory that you choose.
I think right now, as much as there might be some nice memories of her in Florence, or of her in Marina, I think she might want to save this for when she makes a new.
Aw.
Okay.
Aww.
The gorge.
When one of us dies and you have to relive our memory one last time.
Oh. Oh my God! Someone dying and
Oh
fucking
gosh.
they get to crush that as they die. Oh fuck.
Oh fuck.
Ay, ay,
Oh, that's not what I
Dios
meant. That's even worse,
mío.
honestly. Oh.
Oh God damn, that would be sad. Anyways,
Motherfuckers ever see
Anyways.
Midnight Mass?
you can see everyone is gathered around the fire, eating, drinking. Some people have gotten some chocolate to go with the white stuff.
White stuff.
Anything anybody wants to do tonight? Talk about, do, say.
Yes, I would actually like to do something.
Okay, go ahead.
I want to talk to Jacob, actually.
Okay.
So I think Florence is going to get up and get a couple of drinks. And she'll walk over to Jacob and sit next to him. Care for a brew?
I think I'll actually, I think I'll pass this time, but thank you.
Well, for me, I guess. Jacob, I've been meaning to say something.
What you got on your mind?
Thank you. Really thank you for, well, I guess trying the camera. And, I know a lot of things happened back at Black Hawk. I just wanted to say that even if you're a wolf or a horse or a man, you'll still always be Jacob to me. And Jacob that I know, I am incredibly thankful for. So,
Well, I appreciate that a little more than you know.
and well, your story was lovely.
Well, it was something.
You tried your comedy. Thought it was admirable. But listen, I know we both lost them, so if you ever need any support, I'd love to return the favor.
I'll most definitely keep that in mind. And we're not done with that camera.
No, we are certainly most not.
We're gonna find a way to get rid.
Hopefully sooner than later. But I trust you. And I know whatever you got cooking up there in your mind. Well, I don't doubt that it won't.
Yeah. Well, it's all in progress. For now, as they say, out of sight, out of mind. I've got it. I'm gonna take care of it.
Well, that's more than I could ask anyway. Well, I didn't mean to damper the party. Just didn't get a chance to thank you yet.
Well, sometimes you just gotta tell your story. I think it's okay.
And I mean it, by the way. I'm gonna try to be someone that Marina could be proud of. If I got it, with y'all around me, I don't think it's gonna be too much of a challenge.
Well, I think we're all a little bit of a work in progress, so to speak.
That's true, but I feel like when I'm with y'all, I can be anyone I can be. She just gives a smile.
Well, I like to believe that everyone here would do their best to take care of each other. So, glad you feel that way.
Don't have too much fun partying. All right, Dad. I mean Jacob.
Whoa!
Hold up. Excuse
Yeah,
me.
I'll
Yeah.
try not to.
Nah.
Hey, that's my job.
You know, sorry, Blackhawk on the brain. Totally didn't mean to do that.
No, it is okay. Don't even worry about it.
Yeah. I'll just leave you this here just in case. And she's gonna set down the cup and go off to party with like Fiora or something.
Oh yeah. I'll probably
I
still at a
think,
campfire.
I think Jacob's gonna just pick it up and have a drink.
Okay. Anybody else have anything? I have one last thing, so I'm gonna wait for everyone else to do their thing.
Oh, is it like an actual last thing? Like you would close out the.
Yeah, it's gonna be a closeout.
Ugh. Well, does anybody else have anything they want to do? Because mine's just like a stupid, like just one off. Like it's just a comment, really.
Go ahead first then.
Yeah, go for it.
Holy
Well, it's very like, like indie, but I mean, unless anybody else has stuff they want to.
you're good. I'm chilling.
No, you're
Alright.
good.
Yeah, Candace will just be like, you know what, guys? I came up with a really good ending for all of y'all's stories that you just told.
Aw.
And they all lived happily ever after.
Wow.
Statistically,
Dude, that's such a creative
improbable.
ending. I've never heard that one before.
Just actually though.
Yeah, Big Dude said that shit.
Shut up, slave trader. Kidding.
Look, it was one time.
I see you a bit differently now.
You carried a horse on your back?
I was a slave too. With he points at Florence and.
Whoa!
Whoa! By your own
That is
volition.
gross.
Hey,
Sir.
that's not something you really joke about.
It's not a joke.
No, no.
It unfortunately was not.
It is also
Wait,
a
what?
misrepresentation of events.
Excuse me, you two? What happened?
Hold on.
If you want to call anyone a slave trader, look at those two.
My God.
Hold on, Mick Dune.
I feel like we have to talk, y'all.
I think I need another
No.
drink.
No. Look, he was. It was our ridiculous. It was cover. He didn't even tell us till we got to the gate. He was like, "Oh, hand this thing." Yeah, it's ridiculous.
And
Not something
believe me, it was not pleasurable in the slightest.
No.
Well, I believe you then.
See, Andrew speaks up. You see that he's kind of gathered. He's standing on top of one of the logs that are meant to be sat upon, and he has a bunch of drinks in his hands. Everybody, come around. Is everybody gathered?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We hold up a
Reluctantly.
Yeah,
we're holding drinks and stuff.
yeah. I was gonna say if no one's holding if someone has no drink in hand, he's gonna hand one to them.
Aw.
Candace isn't gonna sip it, but she'll hold on to the cup, I guess.
Okay, now we did the whole thing of things we're leaving in the past. Let's do something fun, something that we're gonna fucking do this year. I'll start off. We're gonna save the fucking world, and he takes a drink to that.
You stole
Hell
mine!
yeah.
I was gonna say that.
Too bad. Okay, Cadence, you're next. Go.
What? I went first last time. I can't come up with
God damn
something on the. You stole mine.
Old man, Jacob, you do it. Fucking anything,
gonna-
anything you're gonna do this year.
We're gonna see some sights.
Woo! He takes a drink.
Woo!
Fiora.
Candace puts him on the ground.
We're gonna kick some ass.
Woo!
Florence.
We're gonna go to California.
Yeah.
Woo!
I can't wait to go to the beach.
Victor.
God. Crap, I don't know, man. What are we gonna do? We're
Get some ass. Woo! I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. That was Catherine. That was Catherine. That was Catherine.
Okay.
There I was, get a dick down in Dallas.
God.
Wait, Victor was?
No, I'm gonna not take McDoon's deals anymore.
Yeah.
McDoon speaks up and says, I'm gonna make some money off some idiots. Whoa!
Candace doesn't cheer to that.
Yeah, I think only McDoon cheers to that.
Yeah, he seems content with that. Okay, Cadence?
We're gonna cry less and laugh more.
Woo! Woo!
Woo.
Um,
Live, laugh, love.
Alexis kind of stutters for a bit and goes, we are going to... Shit, Jacob already said that. Meet new people. Woo!
Cadence cheers is Alexis's glass or cup or whatever it is, mug.
Anybody else? Is that everybody? Hale's like blankly staring in the fire, and he goes, "We're gonna go to the cold."
Oh.
Woo.
Oh, buddy. You doing okay?
He's reliving his 77,700th death in that flame right now.
Yeah.
It's like, I died in a fire just like this one.
Yeah, with the last cheer being held out, everyone goes on throughout the night, and as the camera kind of pulls away from the campfire, slowly but surely, it goes to dark, and that's the end of the session.